players in their own right, but their current status, I would not be able to give you the most accurate estimation. And just as we're saying that, we are headed live here for this first hit. How about you take it away, MK?
All right, it'll be a Smoker, Boomer, Charger, and Hunter, and 8 chapters of Left 4 Dead will start now. The GLHFs come out. Tank will be at 48%. There is no spit, so they're going to try to do whatever they can to get some Charger punches in here. Let's see Team Hokori on green ping. I don't know if I've ever seen this before in my life of hunting. Oh, what a Skeet coming out there while being pulled, K3. Oh, that was beautiful.
That sets the tone for your Survivor side there. If you're able to pull that kind of stuff off consistently, then, you know, you're putting yourself in a good place. And it looks like they were going to get some decent amount of damage off of that at first with that good pull and boom combination, but that Skate really coming in clutch to prevent the damage from coming out too much. And we do have the first tank of the game in the hands of 4Z4 Team Dizil. And really looking forward to see how they play this, because when you do have a tank like this, you know, like even on high ping, it should be relatively straightforward to get one corner, and that's that could be a big deal for this type of situation.
It looks like he's going to do a couple strafe jumps. They're going to hit to retreat back. They'll get very minimal chip, as that Skeet, for some reason, showed me a stat board. But anyways, the tank's going to retreat, gets up top there, K3, only loses about 220 HP. But more important, they're not going to have a smoker for this commit, K3.
Yeah, I feel like Smoker should be a good call for this. Like, you know, when you're playing the high ping, you want the stuff that's easier and like lower reflex to need to try to land. And you want to, like, you're not going for wipes, you're going for consistent damage and getting those corners. So going to be interesting to see them go for a big play here. He's going to need to commit soon.
Yes, he is. It's down to about 40%. Why don't you take the first tank away, K3?
All right, tank is starting to roll in here. Early boom is actually going to land. It's only just going to be a one boom. Tank whips his first punch. Hunter is going to land, but gets quickly cleared. Tank couldn't secure a full corner, but he's really spreading the love now. Little bit of HP left, trying to get away. Last punch, he is going to hit the long arm onto Zyko. So pretty solid damage there. Coming out of that good initiation one boom there helps create enough panic to get some spread punches there out, but no corner managing to happen. So Team Hokori will be walking out with still solid HP.
Reloading.
Yes, they will. We'll do a quick roster rundown for Team Dizil. We have Sync, Prove, 4Z, and I don't know if the last one's Coda or not, or I believe that's who, or either it's Fever. I'm not quite sure which one it is. So, but I'll let you take Hokori after this tackles in K3. It's going to be Hunter gets skated, Spitter gets nothing, Smoker gets nothing, and that's a clean shutdown with a jockey to linger.
Yeah, so for Team Hokori, we are going to have Yafed, Zyko, Celeste, and Shockwave. And by the way, I love you too, Acer.
Reloading.
And it looks like they're going to come up to the last set of spawns before they walk into the safe room, holding a very respectable bonus of 74.5. They might blitz it and get in. They have two, the jockey. That was a clean take at the end there, K3. No last attack.
Yeah, it looked like, I think maybe, what, 2 hunters landed the whole map, maybe 1. Everything else, like, I feel like my chat was scrolling by so quickly with the number of skates coming through. Team Hokori really landing those shutdowns, and yeah, I'd say that's about the pace that you're looking for. If you can get through without any incaps, then you're doing your job. You're preserving your damage bonus, and yeah, so really nicely done by Team Hokori, getting a really solid bonus on that first chapter.
I just realized that when you're spectating, you can actually sit inside of the boat and look out the windows as if you're driving inside of it, and pull back and drive away by looking. I don't know why, but I found that very amusing, K3.
Yeah, but where's the boat driver?
I know, right?
Is it you? Was it you the whole time?
I mean, that's not my name, but I mean, I'll take credit for it. Sure, I can save the survivors.
Hell yeah.
But all right, now it's going to be this swap. Now it's going to be away for Dizil. They're going to have a little bit of a battle to go here. They didn't even get an in cap with their tank. I think it was 4 punches altogether, K3, if I saw correctly. I think it was 3 and 2 on Zyko, maybe? I didn't quite see who they were on.
It was 3 on one survivor who was, I think, Rochelle. Wasn't really paying as much attention to the names of them. But and I think he got 1 to Nick as well. So I think it was a 4-puncher. Saw like, you know, 90 or so points on the tank after in damage. So something along those lines. But yeah, Team Hokori looking to probably try to get a wipe on this, because, you know, if you're letting the other team run in with 300 ping and make safe rooms, then you're going to be putting yourself in a difficult position for your away server.
And here goes the opening set of spawns. They're going to rocket the charger out. He doesn't land the B-hop, but actually he does land the charge. There's still a pull on to Sync. The Boomer's going in there to delay the clear. They finally clear Sync. And I'll tell you what, without a spitter going in there, this is huge damage, K3. Almost 10% with one hit.
Yeah, slightly precarious positioning from the two survivors in the back. I guess maybe they were wary of, like, you know, when you have the high ping, you're like, oh, guys, don't get death charge or anything like that. So you're being overly cautious, and your teammate gets smoked up for about 25 points of damage, and that's definitely solid chip damage. And I think it's going to be just Coach that's going to be 4 punches. Everyone else sitting on, or sorry, I mean 5, and then everyone else is sitting on 4 or less.
We're gonna go for
They're actually going to get a nice little quick hit here. That's a really good hunt spit landing for even more. And just as I said that, there is no more 5-punch survivors left. And Tank got up there with 0 chip taken at all.
Is in the hands of Celeste. I don't even know how to properly pronounce that name, but Celis, I believe his name is. I forget who that really is.
But sounds good.
But it looks like he's about to commit his tank. He had. Oh man, I don't think they want this Boomer K3. Actually, maybe not. This is high ping, so I could.
Exactly. I was about to say the high ping boomers are brutal during tank fights. You know, it's so hard to clear those combos off yourself. You're just like, it's basically a capper, but even better.
It's Patu. I think I said his name. That's who it is. But all right, the tank is in. He splits the survivors. They do land the boom. He chases them in the safe room. This is very dangerous, K3. There is death punch possibilities if they could just hope. Oh, and he turns. Oh, he didn't see it. It's going to be an in cap and just some damage. Oh, another punch there. Maybe one more. Maybe one more. Nope, that's it. It's going to be a 2 in cap tank, K3 coming out.
Damn, that looked extremely precarious. Like, if you had paused that halfway through the tank fight with 2 survivors separated, running toward the safe room, and you showed me the damage at the end, I might not have believed you. But like, really well mitigated there by Dizil, kind of just making sure that the SI support didn't have too much to work with. And 2 in caps on that type of situation with a boomer in the safe room is not too bad for your away.
No, not that I would say. But I think the tank did a little bit of a misplay there, K3. I don't know if you saw it, but Nick ran by the tank and had his back to the water. I think he could have death punched him if he turned, but just focused on that. But that's all easy to say from the casting chair when we're at the eye in the sky. But we have a good attack coming up for this choke point. But only a hunter and jockey for the cappers, but they do have a spit, K3.
Yes, indeed, they do. So they're not out of the water quite yet. I can understand that perspective from the tank, you know, like maybe not noticing it right away. I'm going to complete that thought after I got this quick double cap going on the back here. Hunter's going to get a lot of damage with that spit there onto LS, taking away on that damage bonus, and that will be all the way down to 231, and they will be limping through the rest of this map. But yeah, I was just saying, back in my day, that you couldn't punch the survivor in that safe room off because there was an invisible wall that would stop you. I'm guessing they removed that at some point, and that you can just die now. So anyone who might have been playing around that time with that invisible wall would also maybe have the instinct to not punch that survivor.
And this will be the final hit. Oh, he lands on his head, misses the charge. This is going to be a 2 cap of the charges, getting fists. And they do manage to survive. And not only do they survive, K3, they walk in with some bonus on the away game.
Yeah, Team Dizil just proving exactly how strong they are as a team, and possibly how accustomed they are to playing with the high ping. You know, like these teams who, you know, play from Asia, they play from South America. A lot of the time, you know, if they're playing these like games on Left 4 Dead Center or anything like that, they're often playing on like really high ping. So that time that they've had to accustom to playing with lag, then can definitely, you know, make it so that they're not out of contention to make a lot of points on these maps.
And as we go into the next chapter, it looks like, let's see, tank's going to be 60%. I think this is a vent tank, K3, but they don't have to go all the way down the first alley to spawn the tank. I think it's about halfway, if I see that correct.
Now, definitely for the viewers and not for me, can you say how the tank works with the events nowadays?
How do they work? Well, when the tank spawns, if you stop and clear the horde will stop. But if you progress too far, the horde restarts. It'll tell you if you go this much more further, and it will spawn at a certain strength. I think it's 5% all the way up to 100% strength of horde. So if you go so far, you have 30%. So kind of like Dead Center's finale, that trickle that's in there on normal versus, if you know what I'm talking about, that always comes in no matter what. That's a good example what I compare it to.
Okay, thank you for explaining for the kind viewers at home, and definitely not for me. Do you have a spit pre-spawn on top of this roof here? Looking to cause some distraction for this 2-2 to go in, looking for something. Spit's going to go down on absolutely nothing. Pull is going to try to get the suck in spit, but isn't going to get it. Everything else getting completely shut down, and that's going to be just 5 points of little bit of smoker damage there onto Team Hokori, and they are running away with a lot of health.
All right, so at least... Sorry, I'm getting spam messages right now. Looks like... All right, they get to the gazebo. Their current progression is about 30%. They do have a tri-cap with spit. It was a good sack order nonetheless from the special infected, and it looks like they're going to hold this all the way to the end of the alley, K3. Look at where the spawns are going.
Yeah, I definitely agree with this. You know, like you're facing down survivors with 10 ping. You've got a good setup. You want to try to go for stuff that's not too complicated to hit. Like hitting out in the open here would be, I think, a bit of a misplay. I like this call.
Anybody see an on-ramp?
It looks like they're going to take this, leave one person in the back, maybe an Uzi. Now this is interesting to take here. Just as I noticed watching a lot of games, K3, I think it would be a better strategy, in my opinion, here, due to where the survivors are set up at, as they just change positions. They're always keeping their shotguns in the front. Just now is where they first changed. I don't know if you would agree, but maybe they should start targeting the Uzi players and as the Hunter repositions in the back.
I hear Hunter.
Yeah, they are actually going to get this hit in the alleyway here. The Charger is going to land. Spit's going down on top of that slow clear on the Hunter in the back, and that's actually a lot of damage. And this is just saying that all the cappers landing on those survivors in the front, and in combination with the Hunter coming in from behind. And yeah, it was really strong play there by the SI, getting a lot of damage. And yeah, I think I would agree with you that trying to target the Uzis is probably the right pick, but man, with 300 ping, targeting one specific survivor in general can sometimes be a bit of a high task to ask for.
Boomer flops out, doesn't get anything, probably just waiting to die off here, just wants to do it in order. I don't even think it matters what order they die in, but they want to hit at the last possible moment. They attack the back two. The Charger unfortunately lands on someone's head again, and you hate when that happens, K3. It sucks.
Man, can we get like a little slope, like a 60-degree slope hat on top of the survivors to prevent Chargers from landing on top of heads? I feel like it happens all the time.
Oh, the Boomer gets stuck on the ladder. He still lands! I don't know if he goes in, K3. I don't think that's enough.
I don't think so, no. Yeah, you maybe want to like bait the reposition. Looking to get on top of this bridge here. Yeah, I think in this type of area, you want the tri-cap, you know. Tank's gonna force the survivors forward. If they go too far forward, the horde will spawn, which is definitely something I knew for a long time and not since the beginning of this chapter.
Horde spawns in 0.7. That's how close they are to spawning the horde. Oh, they went too far. Now they have 18% commons to deal with. There'll always be a constant trickle from this point on, and this is going to be his commit. And this is Patu's tank, if I said it, or Pata. I don't want to say the name correctly, but the Charger's going to land. The Hunter is going to land. They're going to clear everything out. The Jockey will land. He gets a double punch! Wow, what arms are coming out from this tank? And this is huge damage coming out, K3. He whiffs once. He whiffs again. Oh my gosh, that's so much damage.
Yeah, the tank had so much, like I thought, okay, so he ran all the way down this entire alleyway, and by the time he got to the survivors, he had like 85% health left. And the survivors just didn't chip him quite enough, and they were forced to burger him after that 2-cap landed, and just so much spread there from that tank from Patu, and yeah, just like so much. And then all the pills are taken. They do get the shutdown onto the Boomer. Charger's going to fly in here, get absolutely nothing. Smoker does get cleared. So nicely shut down on that last hit, but man, that's probably more damage than they were hoping to take.
Yes, that was a great tank coming out for the away game for Team Dizil. I would say Pata did amazing damage there. They'd be very happy with that, only leaving 431 points left on their person. And they'll probably clear this out before... Actually, no, I think they got to go here. As soon as the attack... Anything goes, they're going to push.
Is going to be the Hunter landing for a little bit of chip. The Charger did get completely shut down, and so did the Jockey. Boomer has nothing to work with, and it looks like they're going to try to get maybe one more spit hit right before the safe room, but the survivors are now rushing.
They find one additional set of pills, so they'll get an additional 25 points for that. They're not going to get so lucky with the second set. They're pushing down the alley quick. I don't think spawns are going to have a favorable location. They're just going to have to kind of throw it in at the door. And I don't think it's going to come to anything. Oh, but what a setup! The double charge K3! That is huge damage! Yeah, 400 to 280.
Jeez. Damn, that is like... It looked like the survivors didn't know if they wanted to commit to the go-go or if they wanted to, like, reposition themselves probably to take a hit. It's like, at the very last second, right before the safe room, they kind of hesitated a little bit. And SI, I mean, even after getting the shutdown on the Hunter, just that double charge was everything, helping that damage bonus tick down a little bit. And 284 for your home server with this type of ping differential, like, that doesn't feel like that much, honestly. That feels like really good SI play by Dizil.
Yeah, their tank was supreme, and they really capitalized on that last hit, which I honestly thought K3 was not favorable spawns for any of them with the green pings to melt them, and they don't. They land the double charge into the spit, taking them from 400 into the 200 point range. And now it is going to be up to Dizil to see what they can do on the away. And I think if they just touch the safe room door with no bonus, it's a win for Dizil for sure, K3.
Definitely. And with that green ping, you know, as much as it's the Charger's job to hit the double charge, it's also the Survivor's job to really not eat that double charge. So you really have to have those, the proper positioning and like kind of place of mind to really be watching out for those things and not taking that kind of damage at the last minute. Hunter is pre-spawn behind this van here, looking for some distraction. Everything pre-spawn on top of the ceiling of, or the top of the roof of the safe room here. Looking to bait out the survivors a little bit. It's starting to work. They are going to get the single boom, and the spit's going to land on top of a hunt, so the bait was successful from the SI. That is going to be pretty decent damage there for that first 2-2.
It wasn't bad. The only thing that was unfortunate is the boomer was on the wrong side of the survivor and pushed him out of the spit instead of in it. So the only thing that works out for them is that Sync had to go back in for some reason, went back to the safe room to grab something, maybe ammo, I'm not sure what it is, but he did run back in, causing a little bit of a delay, and I think it might have been intentional to see if they'll hit here. And looks like these spawns are going forward, and they're going to do the same thing, K3, wait to the end of the alley.
Yeah, again, I think pretty good call. You know, like, man, choke points hit twice as hard, or maybe like 5 times as hard if you have this super high ping. So I think, you know, recognizing where you have the advantage as SI is definitely really key to success here. And hey, we saw how much they took with the low ping on the survivor side. Probably a good plan to try to replicate the same thing.
Alley choke point coming up. They do have a Charger, Jockey, and Hunter and Spitter. The best hit in the game, I like to say, besides the quad. Now it's just about what they can do with it. All spawns just being patient. Survivors trying to bait this out as possible. They do land on the one. They're just going to do a lot of stumbles. Oh, the stumble spit is going to be a lot on this Sync. Almost slow K3 down to 40 HP.
Yeah, the double spit on top of Sync there, really adding up the damage. Nicely done by the other survivors to, you know, like, not take any extra damage, but man, everything piling on top of one survivor. When you have 300 ping, you just feel so helpless, and you're just like, well, I guess this is happening now.
Alright, event is going to be triggered. Tank will spawn after the next hit. I think they just go for damage. I don't think there's a reason to hold it, because if they go right away, spawns will be up if the tank decides to commit, because you know, K3, if there's high ping and those commons are still there, you want the survivors common locked when you commit with a tank.
Yeah, if they're high ping and there's any comments, that's an instant go-go. And the boomer's going to hesitate a little bit, doesn't quite get the secure of the boom onto the survivors. Looked like he had a chance and almost get a triple boom, but didn't quite get the, I think, the instant boom after the rocket. And that's a really good shutdown by Dizil. Now they are in a good position to clear off this last little bit of horde and position themselves for the tank.
And it will be in the hands of Zyko. This is the first time I have ever witnessed Zyko have green ping in my Left 4 Dead career. And believe me, my career has been very long in Left 4 Dead, K3, let me tell you.
Oh my god, I think you're one of the few people in existence with a longer Left 4 Dead career than me at this point. Oh my god, the charger is going to land. The rock looks like it missed. Triple boom, though, coming on top of the survivors, and looks like the tank has nothing else to work with. So tempting to try to commit here with that triple boom, and the horde is actually trickling in from behind. This delayed horde could actually create a really good opportunity for the tank, and he might end up taking it.
Oh, they're getting a lot of good chip on him. He gets an early punch, though. He goes in before spawns. They're going around the corner. He gets his corner. He misses his punch. It's going to be a 1-capper landing, a 2-cap landing. The smoker lands, and they're going to get the clear. Can he clear the smoker? He does. He gets another corner. Zyko's going to be killed off here. He might get one more in-cap. And he gets out with... No, he is dead. Oh, this is not good for Dizil.
He has the smoke. He just has to time it, position it, and that will probably be the wipe. We have the jockey coming in here for extra support. We have the spitter here to lock things down. Even though the smoker does get cleared, jockey is going to come in here. Oh, that's a death on to prove already, and the jockey is going to steal that up. This is absolutely baiting out Sync there, and really nicely played by the SI. Man, that delayed horde from the boom in the back. The common's in so much trouble getting over that ladder, and it's just made for such a chaotic situation for the survivors. And yeah, the tank, even though he missed that one punch on his first corner, the common and the support together is just too much when you have that pin.
All right, now we're going to go into Chapter 3. Unfortunately, we're not going to have... Wolfie will not join us, but Wolfie will keep company with 9-0. So once this match is over, we'll send it over to the match that 9-0 is doing. And I know his match has not started yet, and it won't for a little while. But believe me, if you're at home watching, this game is not going to end anytime soon. I mean, it's going pretty quick for 2 chapters so far, K3, but we still have 6 more maps yet to go.
I will say that there is a bit of a factor that, okay, so both of these teams are undefeated. So I'm pretty sure at this point they're both guaranteed to make it into the playoff round. So, like, obviously both teams do want the higher seed, but I feel like sometimes when you're already guaranteed to make the playoffs, sometimes you have that kind of, that go-go gene is in you, and you're like, all right, let's hold W maybe a little bit more than we would if, like, say we were playing for our elimination. Like, if we were, like 4-2 and we really needed this win to make it into the playoffs,
Absolutely. But right now they're going to transition over. The Hunter will get skied. The Charger splits the survivors. Jockey gets M2'd and killed. And the only thing that comes out is some free spit damage onto one of the survivors, which is Patu. And that is a good take from them, and a little friendly fire as well.
Yeah, definitely the type of takes from those hits and shutdowns that you would be expecting to be seeing more often, but Team Dizil's SI so far in this game has been so strong, looking to keep replicating that and mitigate the health bonus that Team Hokori is going to make when they walk into the safe room.
Well, they slow down just a little bit here. There is a choke point coming up. Blitzing this choke point is very dangerous due to all the foliage on the other side. There's trees everywhere. Tank is up. I didn't even see it. Hunter gets skeeted. I don't think there's any way that they slow down the survivors on the retreat here, K3, as Prove has their 3rd tank of the game for the team.
Yeah, and these hittable tanks can be really clutch when you have the high ping because, not really affected that much by your latency. All you have to do is just hit that right angle, and if the survivor's in the way, they're going to be eating it.
And interesting, Hokori backed off there. They played no chip on this tank. That's very interesting, K3. No aggression at all.
Yeah, I feel like they might be just really scared of eating a boom, and so I can understand, how with the low ping, if you feel really confident in your shutdowns, then you just want to be in your optimal position, and now they just proving right there, no damage taken at all from that last hit, they will be LOSing hard.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for him to use this car, I would think, K3. I think maybe one punch and then abandon it due to the stakes of this match. You don't want to be that tank that focuses hittable and then just don't get anything. You just need to get damage on this, in my opinion.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being a tank that focuses hittables too much. Couldn't be me. Tank is going to be trying to this car. Hitting it. He has already taken 25% points of chip, and that is not going to be good. It's going to be on top of the bridge. He is going to try to go hit it back into play. Already down to 60% health, MK.
Yeah, oh, the car's coming! Oh my gosh, can Rochelle regroup with the team? I think they're going to fight it here. I don't know if he can dig that out, but he is going to try. He punches it. No, he leaves it now. He's already at half HP. The charger goes in. He misses the charge. The hunter will land. The jockey will land. They got to clear both. The hunter is clear. The jockey is still not cleared yet. Tank whiffs a punch. He whiffs. Well, no, he gets one there, and that's going to be it. And wow, that actually turns out to be a good take for Hokori, I think, K3.
Yeah, I think if you're the home team here, taking a two-puncher and a little tiny bit of chip is really not too bad. I think that's a pretty solid take there. Yeah, I mean, I thought that it was a really precarious position at first, but I feel like the SI weren't able to get their spawns in the right location fast enough. If they maybe set up their rocket spawns on top of the roof, maybe they would have been able to position themselves to capitalize better, but they were just in such a rush to help the tank.
Up here.
Yeah, it was a good job by Hokori. They still have 1,000 bonus. Of course, they won't end with this. They have some difficult choke points to take, some easy spawns to fall onto the survivors, as you were saying earlier. I think there's some good possibilities or opportunity for damage coming out from Dizil if they can capitalize with what infected is given to them.
Smoker's looking for something here. He is going to take a little bit of chip, missing that first pulse. Spitter is pre-spawned on top of the roof, looking to help out his charger, get some damage. Nice tongue cut there by Zyko onto 4Z Smoker. Smoker's looking for something, is going to get shut down. Boomer's going to wow in and probably get completely shut down, and he does. And Charger just abandoned ship altogether. Maybe he just saw that his fellow SI were getting demolished and was like, nah, I'm not landing this. And I'm going to save for a hallway where I don't need to think about landing my charge much.
Oh my goodness. They've lost a lot of the map there. Look like the charger was going between. Oh, it's good. It's still good, K3. Good damage. Hunter in the back. It's about 100 points, but I think they can now take the other choke point if they rush.
Yeah, it's definitely... I feel like if you're survivors, you kind of force the go-go here. You try to push up all the way through. I think it might have been the right call to go for that guaranteed damage in the hallway there, but they will be giving up a full hit on this choke point, and Rochelle's going to hopefully rush straight up with the survivors. They are going to push up. That will be a shock onto Rochelle for just a couple ticks of damage. Shut down on the smoker on the bottom, and that is a huge take on that choke point by Team Hokori.
I think oh man, if they have a spitter, this is a misplay. If there's no spitter, this is a good call. They just got to push up. If they stop, they're going to wait here. That was a mistake then, K3. I thought they were going to do that intentionally, so all of the commons would stay behind. But it wasn't intentional. It was a misplay. And this is going to cause some freed bleed.
Yeah, a little bit of bleed. I mean, the survivors haven't taken any incaps yet, so the damage bonus is still sitting at a hefty 100%. So it's not the end of the world. They still have some pills left. But this stairwell could be a dangerous spot for the survivors with this type of setup.
Pay attention, there's a hunter.
Setting up a shotgun first. Shotgun is up there. They do not have a smoker to help. They have a charger, and none of the cappers are going to land. The free spit's going to go out. Zyko's going to take point, kill off the support infected, and I believe it's going to be a quad, but probably could be the final attack on the map, K3. It's going to be close.
Yeah, that was textbook position one there, play from Zyko. Just, looking for the baits, looking for the chip onto the hunter, forcing the commit on the hit, and just, positioning yourself to shut down any SI attempts on that ladder choke. And it looks like it will be a quad attempt. If I see a quad land with this type of ping differential, I will eat my water bottle.
Oh, you don't got to eat it because it's not going to land. The jockey's going to get some good damage, though. Oh, he's got to go around. This will be a couple points of damage. He still hasn't cleared it yet.
Slow clear.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a really good shock. So that quad setup definitely, was worth its weight, is is what I'll say. Is, like, even though it didn't land a quad, getting that jock around the corner was definitely worth it. But that being said, no in-caps yet on this map. Once again for Team Hokori, getting the M2 onto the boomer, and they're gonna have to rush some type of last-minute hit here because they still have 55% bonus. Do we even need to say anything?
Did a charger spawn? I didn't know. I thought it might have hurt something.
I don't think they actually had any spawn rotations this whole last hit. Even this, I think I heard a smoker, but that could be just hallucinations.
And that will be Hokori making their third safe room, this time with a much better bonus than last one. 13-28, put up a 3-chapter score of 2904. And my call for 2800 is pretty close. I think I lowballed it.
Wait, did you say 2800 for the away team? Or for the home
30,
team?
38 for the home team and 2000 for the away. That was
I would expect, yeah. Unless they get wiped on the next map, then they'll definitely be putting up probably. I don't know. It could be close. Map, Parish map 4. You never know.
It could be. I mean, it could be. I should have just said 4K. That seemed more reasonable, but we'll have to see what happens when it gets there. Oh shoot, I am not writing down the tank percentages. I've missed the tank that was on map 1. Shoot. Oh well, we'll find it out.
This freeway's got
Opening
This is
attack.
the benefit of being a co-caster.
Yeah, right.
Zero. I take zero responsibility.
All right, they're gonna send it in. Charger rockets. Oh, what a tri-cap is gonna come out. They haven't cleared it. Oh yeah, they have. Never mind.
Yeah, Hunter not landing there, but doing its job. Like trying to get the aim of Coach with 265 ping on the teleporting Hunter in front of him. And that is going to be solid damage coming out of that first hit.
Cleared that jockey very nicely, and were able to clear everything very fast. I thought it was going to take longer, but good job by them nonetheless. Every survivor taking damage except for... oh, wait, are they going to jock forward? This is huge, K3!
Oh, you're going to have to... No, they can't joke. He's going to walk through the spits, make the clear. I think that's probably the right play so that they can get this tank up. They want to keep other survivors fast. I think if he didn't walk through the spit, Proof might have gone slow in the front, or rather it was Sync that was jockeyed and Proof that decided to walk through the spit. Yeah, there's that little angle. It was so close to being able to clear that jockey, but couldn't quite get it.
And here's Shockwave having the next tank for his team, bringing the hittable in play. He's gonna put it on the roof. Actually, that's
the same spot.
Same. I was just about to say that's almost identical, K3. That's almost exactly where it was. I don't think that's where Shockwave wanted that to end up.
Yeah, just like with the last tank in the car, not really working out too much, but we do have a Hunt in the back. That is a really good separation. It's still not getting cleared. It's probably at least 20 points of damage coming out from that.
Oh!
Smoker manages to get Proof slow. Skeet on the tank rock coming out at the very, very last second. Nice heads up play there, but they do manage to get Rochelle slow off of that.
Alright, I think they LOS this tank hard. Shockwave's going to try to peek. It's not a bad idea to play long tank when you're on green ping. And it looks like they might want to do that. They've had one full attack so far, no successful rock hit. They have another set of spawns. It's only a 2-cap with a boom. Let's see if they land this. They're definitely going to go. They don't have the smoker. Jockey rockets around the corner. Here comes the Hunter. Oh, the boomer missed his rocket spawn. Oh no, K3. Oh, he walks in from the back. Oh, I think that boomer really kind of sacked right there, K3. Big time.
Literally just thinking in my head, man, they cannot eat this boom. And I guess they didn't even have to worry about that because, you miss your rocket and you waddle it in and it's nothing you can really do. I was concerned about that jockey getting a separation jock for a lot of damage, but it was on really low health when it landed. And now tank's getting pushed, taking almost 10% chip here. It's going to be on second pass in a sec. He's going to probably have to commit with this next set of spawns unless he manages to land a rock right now. They're going to try for it. Charger's walking in. Smoker is going to get the smoke. The Charger is going to land. He's looking for the Hunt in the back. They need to keep this rock.
Oh!
And he gets his first pass. No way, dude.
All right, let's do some math here, K3. That has been 3 rocks landed. Somebody, any mod in there, just ban him forever, please. I got to take care of something. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ban that guy and never let him be unbanned. And Shockwave taken now with Scenic Route. This is interesting that he's going over here, K3. He's taking a lot of chip for this.
He's really committed to the long play at this point, it looks like. Down to 83%. They are going to send another hit in. Boomer's going to rocket in successfully this time. Only gets the single proxy onto Ellis. Tank's going to look for a rock, but honestly, Tank was not in a good position there to capitalize off of his SI support on that last hit. Will manage to climb up here without taking any extra damage, but was not in a good spot to land any rocks, and he's going to be forced to commit on the next hit, I think.
He is really trying to stretch this out. They've already gotten 4 SI attacks, and they won a 5th. And they're trading the rage for it. He's going for it. Shockwave's dropping around the corner. They're going to set spawns in. Here comes the rock. He hits the wall. It doesn't get it. He is down to almost under 4K now. It looks like they're going to take this back in the safe room. Oh, they land a 2-cap coming out here. Some more damage, K3. Shockwave throws a rock from another Zed. He lands in K3!
No way, man. You can't. I'm sorry. Even on high ping, you can't eat that rock. The hit was down. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Man, is this like 2013? Like, this is like the most straight up rock tank I've seen in a long time, and it's working. They're getting the bleed down. They landed the rocks they need to. Shockwave, it looks like he's in a bad position. Gonna be forced to do something here. Going for his car. The Charger's gonna land. That's gonna get cleared though. Can't do anything with this car, I don't think, at this point. The Hunter got cleared. That's gonna be car almost hitting Sting. No way, dude.
Gosh, K3, that was so close.
Oh, the solo boom landing onto Prove, who is now in full bleed. Any points of damage onto Prove will now start taking away at the damage bonus, and survivors are now going to move forward. I think they're privy to the fact that the tank is fairly low, and they need to start moving because they're just taking too much damage off of these rocks.
I think they think he's lower than he is. He is not that low. I mean, he's low K3, but that's still 1,800 HP. And they're in a position to get rocked big time right now. And there's his free. Oh no, he missed. I think this might be all he gets.
Yeah, I think now you put it for sure. Now you press W, you leave him behind, and I think now he's. I think at this point you pretty much just AI it. Like, I don't think there's much more you can do with this. I mean, I guess 23%. If they walk in to the building here, then yeah, okay. The survivor's just running forward. I think this is all the tank's gonna get.
I don't know if he's gonna catch him that way. He's going the wrong way. I think if he went over the other. Wait a minute, it's gonna be real close. And he still has it.
Is there?
No way. He's gonna go for another rock. If he lands this, I'm done. I was about to say he's not gonna land it. He's gonna back off though.
He's still backing out. And now it's finally gone AI, and this will be all the tank is gonna get. We have no faith in the AI tank, and that will be death. So Team Dizil getting out of that without any actual in-caps, but the bleed, they only have one set of kills left, and that has just been eating away at their bonus slowly over the course of that rock tank.
They'll take the easy charge spit here. Try to get this guy down. Sink.
That
Goes.
spread,
Look at the
dude.
spread.
Look at that spit.
That was the whole room, wasn't it?
Might as well have been. It was too far to where you could even try to get out of it. That was just like, you just gotta sit on that bed and accept your fate at that point. They can't push up the choke either too because of that down. So now they will be forced to take the ladder choke.
And they still do have 421 bonus. They're still crawling, still getting distance, and more important is they're still fast, K3. They're not slow yet.
Oh, he just ran up. Oh, I think that might have been a misplay. Just running straight up when his fellow survivors were not ready. That's what, 4 slams so far on to Rochelle. That's going to be an in-cap. The Hunter is going to try to land on the Nick, but the ladder is absolutely cucking him. The ladder is taking the day. But they need to get up Sync because he's going to die to that Horde if they don't.
And they're going to have a lot of Horde here, but it looks like the Horde's kind of getting funneled. Taking a long time to get there. That'll delay the pickup a little bit. No, it's not actually. Well, the Charger latches, but gets cleared immediately. And the Jockey and Smoker kind of go in one, almost simultaneous, but it looks like they will survive and get all the pickups here, K3.
Yeah, I feel like Coach, they're running up the ladder a little bit too preemptively. You know, when you have that, when you have the high ping and you have actual health bonus left and the tank's already dead, I think you just have to play a little bit more safe. And now they have 3 survivors nearly in capped on permanent bleed. Pata with the only HB left, and they're just hoping for distance at this point. I think that is Sync dead. That is Ellis down. This is almost a run situation, honestly, at this point, I'm thinking.
Yeah, it might be. I keep forgetting to spectate. I'm so used to J.dot server that fixes the scores automatically. I'm sorry, everybody. But here we go. Everybody paying channel points to make sure it highlights in red so I see it. Smoker lands. They get the clear, though. It's not going to be a wipe yet, K3, but I think it's a matter of time. Just how far are they going to get to it? As the jockey's getting bullied
The 1v1
by Nick. Oh, he finds it out.
Lost the 1v1.
Oh, no. Another tag teaming with the Smoker. Only one survivor up. It's the wipe. Yeah, it's the wipe.
Man, that was the most intense jockey versus survivor 1v1 I've seen in a hot minute. You know, you take out the melee weapon, you're like, all right, I'm going to M2 this jockey. And he did, but he reacted poorly and backed off, and that will be the wipe going out onto Team Dizil. Man, literally like 2 hits ago, they had still almost 400 bonus around that ladder, and just in the span of 2 hits, they completely wiped out, man. It just shows the power of choke points when you have that high ping. It can be brutal and lethal.
Yeah, and that was an example of it. I mean, guy went up a little, just a little bit of separation of going up the ladder, trying to be aggressive, and with the chain of events that unfolded after that, it's just really unfortunate for Dizil. As the tank is now 40%. This is going to be a pool room tank. K3, they get the pool room for free.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal, I think, for probably more so for Team Dizil, to be able to put yourself in a spot where there isn't that many spawns. You can really focus fire at the tank. I think that's a good spot if you are the away team. And we're looking at the point differential right now. It is currently looking around a little bit less than 1,800. And, you know, I mean, for Parrish, that's pretty decent, but I think Hokori is going to want to widen this gap a little bit more.
And here we go live into the 4th chapter of this tournament match. 4 more after this one, but it's the last home server chapter for Hokori, and they need to put up a good chapter, I would say. Chapter 2 was a little rocky for them. They're going to have to deal with the Hunter and Jockey. Hunter gets skeeted, Jockey gets M2'd, but eventually finds a target. As that Boom gets one, Proxy's on to another, and now the W key shall be held until they hit the streets, K3.
Yep, they will be pushing forward here. Looks like the next hit's probably going to be kind of right before they head into the pool room bar entertainment building. Yeah, pretty decent take on that first hit, only taking 6 points of damage, and they are probably wanting to keep as many survivors on 4 or 5 punches leading into the tank fight.
Wow, I mean, that was a quad attempt, but it just got melted.
I was going to say, was it? I didn't, like, I feel like it, yeah, the ski came out so quick, and the shutdown on the charger, just like only 6 points of damage coming up from that quad setup, and this will be the last tank of the home server for the away server of Team Dizil, in the hands of Sync, looking to throw a rock through the window, catch the survivors off guard, isn't going to land. Now the question is, does he manage to confirm Project 8-Ball?
I think you do. I think you got to try. You got to at least give it an effort, put it up there. Because if you get it in, oh, whoa, never mind. where the hell did that go? Wow, look how far that went.
That was an IQ play. Position that for later in case the survivors like push back down. Secret hittable.
Oh, I mean, if you get it up there, they have to leave the room. They can't stay in there with that in there. I mean, you really play risky if you decide to stay in there with survivors with that thing floating around. Oh my gosh, K3. I think if he rocks, oh, he should have rocked it. Oh, it's in, K3! It's in! Oh!
Disaster.
They gotta retreat. They're taking it outside.
Oh, the charge misses, though. That could have been everything. Oh, they're split 2-2, and the survivors are going to be able to push back on this tank. There's no Boomer to help out either. He does get the corner onto Nick. That will be 1 in cap. Smoker isn't going to find anything. They're going back up to where the hittable is, but the tank's still on low enough HP that doesn't really matter. Doesn't manage to get the in cap there onto Coach, and tank is almost dead here, MK.
Oh, he gets one more last punch, and I think that is a great tank for the infected. They don't get the wipe that they wanted, but they got a lot of damage. It'll be under 70% bonus after they get up and pop 2 sets of pills, closer to the 60% range. There's 1 pop, there's 2 pop, 62.3. They get almost 40% with the tank and 2 SI attacks. K3.
Yeah, that was solid tank play there by Sync, getting the dumpster up into the pool room and then forcing the survivors into a bad position. If that charge landed during that 2-2 split, though, it could have been a completely different story. We could have been looking at almost a wipe, in my opinion. And the Boomer here is going to try to land and will connect with 2 survivors. Charger's not going to land. Spit delay will go out and keep Rochelle in the corner of this alleyway here. Some secret invisible spit there, taking a couple of little bonus points of damage out on the survivors. And they're starting to roll, and they're gonna need to. The SI's gonna need to tighten up and land some more hits because they're still sitting on 922 points of health bonus.
Yes, they have probably a lot of difficult choke points coming up. I think we might see a hit on Rochelle when they get to the stairs, but they're not sending her. They're just gonna stay here. It looks like. Smoker misses. Jockey can't find anything. The Charger whips too. Smoker is the only thing that lands. Ironically enough, K3, that's the only damage.
Yeah, Ellis and Nick just really locked in on the top of that roof there. Really important that they didn't get capped out of range of the 2 survivors on the bottom. So really well shut down on the Hunter and Charger there. And then the quick play going on with the Smoker. And yeah, they're sitting in a pretty good position here.
They're taking this quick.
2 boom landing. Oh, they're gonna have to run through, but there is this Hunter, Spitter, and Jockey, or Hunter, Spitter, Charger waiting for them in the front. So I think they are making the correct play of waiting this out right now.
Yeah, you can't really drop through this rooftop. It's kind of like an invisible, I guess, a little floor up there that you can't really drop through. So they don't really have to worry about anything inside there. But it's when they go down the stairs and go into this alley, like you were saying. Very easy spawn locations for the infected coming up here.
Yeah. Definitely, I think the right play by both teams. Survivors not rushing through into these spawns, and the SI probably good idea to be waiting for this alleyway where they can just drop on top of the survivor's head and do some wrecking, you know?
They're being very patient. They're going to wait out all this. And I think if they are able to shut down this next attack, they could be in safe room in only 3 more hits. Looks like they're doing a little shopping.
Hordes. Still a bit of horde coming in from the back. Actually, still a lot of horde coming in from the back. They're playing super patient, but it's taking a lot of bleed at this point.
Oh, wow, that is a lot of zombies. Look at them all.
How's your day been, MK?
Doing all right. Just sitting here waiting. Waiting for the bus. Okay, they're going to go. Hunter goes in between, splits the survivors. Jockey and Charger both miss. The Hunter does not, but that's a lot of damage that comes out from that K3. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I think after all of that, I think probably Team Dizil came out on the better end of that long wait and bait from Team Hokori, and then they managed to get the spit connect there on top of the survivors and start to take away at the damage bonus, which is sitting at 67 now.
Yeah, that DB goes down very fast when it's opened up, especially when there's more than 1 survivor to hit. But right now it's all on Yap. Smoker's going to spawn, going to pull forward. Boomer spawns in between. Hunter will land. Spit will try to separate. They'll shut everything down and get a quad. I don't think it's going to be able to do anything with where they're about to be in a few seconds.
Yeah, if they even have an actual opportunity to attack in full, like they're going to be basically walking into the safe room when the SI are actually starting to come in. So they will get a chance to attack right at the corner here. If they really rush it, this is going to be the most scuffed quad attempt of all time. They're going to have to go now.
Here it goes. 549 is what their health was when it started, and it gets nothing. I mean, we really expected it to come in because the last attack here is just trash. Like, please let us on the bridge, Zone Mod creators. Open that bridge up so we can spawn on it.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a dream. I mean, like, you know, you have the little boomer spawn behind the fence and under that little ledge there, but there's just nothing. I don't know. I feel like you need to add like maybe an extra prop there or something, or, you know, just to make that a little bit better. Because basically, once you make it through the alley, the bonuses that you have is what you're ending with. Like, I've seen 4 survivors with 1 HP completely shut down that that last hit there just because it never does any damage.
All right, the last half of the home server for, actually away game, sorry, for Team Dizil. This is the last infected round for the home server for Hokori. They need something, I would say right now, they wanted about 2,800 point, 4 chapters. It's about 2,800 point lead what they want. Right now they have 4,152. And right now they're at 3,000. I think if they wipe out a tank, it's about dead even in my opinion, K3.
Yeah, if they wipe out tank, that's a pretty solid score differential. I think so far Team Hokori has done what they needed to do for the most part. They've made every safe room with some decent amount of bonus, but they have taken a few more strong hits than they may have wanted at some key points of this game so far. So they're going to want to really wipe out the survivors of Team Dizil quickly here to make sure that they have as big of a margin of error as possible. Look at me, strong caster saying the SI wants to wipe the survivors. Anyone can do this job.
Easy. Kill him. That's all you got to do. Hunter will land, Spit will follow. Boomer lands on one. And that was, looks like, unfortunate for Ellis. Had the long get-up animation. That was the longest one, it seemed like.
Yeah. Can any nerds in chat tell us what creates different types of get-up animations?
I just know that the Last Stand Ellis animation is removed because he has the longest get-up animation because of the Last Stand update. So that is not existent on Zone Mod servers, but if you play regular, it is actually a thing.
I did say nerds in chat, not nerds in the casting room.
I'm in chat too, so I gotta play the part. You know what I mean?
You are the chat. Thank you, Nerd MK, for the information. I didn't know that.
Oh, this is the quad try, by the way.
An actual quad try coming in here. Smoker is gonna get the spear. They're gonna get a strike cap. The jockey just got shut down really fast there, and that will be a lot of damage. Man, that was a picture-perfect tri-cap. That jockey just didn't get killed. That absolutely would have been the quad landing.
The only thing that feels bad when you're trying to land a quad is when you are the jockey and you can't get it. It's a bad feeling because you have so much pressure. You kind of can't bait. You just got to go because something gets cleared if you don't. And this will be the final tank of the home server for Hokori in the hands of Yaft. Spitter goes in for a sack K3, and I think they might want to... No, never mind. They sack the Boomer.
Yeah, I think that's the right play. Boomer's pretty hard to land here unless you're going to push them toward the railing. And even then, if you do manage as the tank to push these survivors to the railing, and do get the boom in, like you're already at low enough HP that the horde's going to be too late at that point. I do like the tri-cap play, especially against high ping players. And Yaft is having some hard time with Project 8-Ball right now.
Yeah, it's not cooperating at all. This will be the final tank again for the round. Why don't you take it away when he commits, K3?
All right, his project was late and overdue, and his teacher did not accept it because Tank has to roll in here without his hittable, taking a lot of damage coming in here. He does have a good tri-cap support waiting for him to get his corner, which he does manage to get. Looking for the secure of the in-cap, which is not going to happen. SI needs to go in right now to help this tank out. The Hunter is going to land on there to Ellis. That is going to be a charge landing in the back onto Nick as well. Lots and lots of damage going there onto the survivor so far. That's going to be one down onto Dizil, 2 downs onto Dizil. That will be all that there was for the tank. And man, that looked like it could have gone either way at any moment. At first looked like the survivors did a great job at shutting it down, but this damage spread there coming out from Yaft, and man, that is a lot of damage.
Yes, it is. They still have 528 though, because this map's worth 700 distance. But that DB is open, K3, and it's going to disappear really quick when either 4Z or a Patu gets secured right here. But here's going to go. Not Patu. I'm sorry. I got that incorrect person. That is not Patu. Still not quite sure which one that is. Patu is on the other side. Bless her.
Yeah, if there's anyone that can help us with the reading of the Chinese characters, that would be helpful.
It's either Thieve or Katu or Koto. Kotu. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's one of those two for sure. I just don't know which one it is. But either way, they were going to push.
Ryzen, can you confirm your teammate, please?
Yes, please. Oh, the charger! He tried. I like the effort, but they actually almost walked into it too. That was kind of strange.
Yeah, I mean, I think the mentality of Team Hokori is you're not just playing for damage right now. You're actually probably trying to play for the wipe because the rest of the map until that terrible last safe room attack is pretty much all choke points at this point. So, you know, survivors currently have just a lot of damage bonus, but they're starting to bleed out, and I think that you don't want them to get the rest of this distance points.
Or at least we found out what that name is. It says Little Bear in Chinese, so that's that guy's name. His name Little Bear. There goes a smoker pull. They just charge him. Charge spit successful. No slams. Boomer comes in at the end. And they get a good death order. Boomer's going to die. Smoker probably goes in and dies now. And now they'll have a Charger Hunter Jockey Spitter for the next hit. But I don't think the Dizil's going to wait. They're just going to hold W and push this as fast as we can. Which could be disastrous because they're split right now, K3.
And the fact that as fast as they can is not very fast when they have some permanent slow now with the last of their pills there, getting eaten by Blue. Still bleeding out. Horde is trickling in from the back. The Hunter is pre-spawned in the front. And this could be really dangerous. The Hunter's going to go on top. The Jockey landing on top as well. Looking for the stumble. It's not going to land the stumble, but managed to land the charge onto Nick there at the last moment. It's not in the spit, but that was a lot of damage onto their health bonus, and that is pretty much everything done there. You're going to be limping the rest of this map, FK.
Yep, and now it's for Team Dizil. They just want the distance. They want the additional 230 points. That's all that's left to be had. The Infected are going to try to stop them with a Smoker Jockey, Hunter Boomer, and I think they send this quickly without a spitter for sure. And they're going to target the back ones. One's out in the front. They're going to try to pull and separate. Jockey gets an in-cap. Hunter and the Smoker missed the two in the front, but the Boomer lands. They haven't cleared the Hunter yet. Smoker now pulls Sync. And it looks like we're going to have 3 downs as Rochelle decides to ignore it. Oh, it does get cleared.
Pistol clear.
I think the guy who's in-cap cleared it.
This is pretty much the beginning of the end, though. I think for the survivors, boomed and trickling in with this horde, and Spitter's about to come up and probably just spit on Coach, which will down him instantly. And he managed just to preemptively jump on top of defense. And
Did he jump?
Coach in the perfect positioning. He jumped on instinct when the Charger dropped in, and he got down by the spit. So that will be the wipe there, going out onto Dizil. Differential being about 2,500 points there between these two teams. How do you feel about that, MK?
I think, if I'm being honest, I think it's in slight favor of Hokori not Hokori, and Dizil in my opinion, because they didn't keep it with the 800 threshold. And even though map 1 was only 300 distance, due to the fact that map 4 is 700, I think that makes up for it. Consider the other ones are 500, 600, and 700. I think that evens it out, so that's just my opinion. I think it's in slight favor for them.
Some Left 4 Dead 2 once again here, my friend.
And here we go, second half. It is now going to be Dizil on their home server. We'll go over pings in a minute. The rosters are already ran down. Let's see what they can do. Opening attack will be a Smoker Jockey Spitter Charger from Hokori. Let's see what they can do with their infected side.
Yeah, looking to get this charge bit here. Better setup than was there on the first half of the game on this first hit here. Everything's kind of pre-spawn coming in. Jockey's going to get absolutely slaughtered. Charger has no shot. Tongue gets instantly cleared. Spitter has nothing on to go down on top of. And that is Dizil making a statement on that first attack there. MK absolutely shutting everything down.
Yes, they did. It was very nicely done. No damage comes out. Hokori's 5th tank of the game will be in the hands of Yaft. And it looks like he's not going to hesitate to get up top, but I'll tell you one thing we will not see at all from Hokori this time, K3, is long rock tanks.
I mean, probably not, but you never know. We got some pretty insane rock tanks last game. Like, I'm not going to count anything out, but it definitely won't be this one. They're probably looking for an instant commit. That's not what I was going to say. Boomer's going to go in and just get one boom there on to Ellis there, and a proxy, but also stumbles the tank. Tank's already almost dead. Gets his corner there, and Hunter's looking for something that lands. He is going to get the lockup onto Nick, but that was one of the, like, I don't even know, man. That was one of the shortest tank fights I've ever seen. He just, like, committed instantly, got his corner, but just got railed down, and like, wasn't that like what, 15 seconds maybe?
Yeah, he got, I think it might have been a little quick. It was almost quicker than that if they focused him instead, but they had to kill the SI, even though the Boomer landed. It was questionable call on committing with the Boomer there at K3 when they're on green ping. Questionable in my opinion.
Reloading.
Yeah, I mean, Like if they landed like a pre-boom of like 2 or more survivors, then for sure. But like they put a lot of faith in the boomer, and that stumble actually really hurt the tank when they were getting so many Uzis on this back.
Oh, it is so unfortunate. Something's bugged with the sound. All right, and we're gonna return live. They're gonna shut down those spawns. Unfortunately, this server does not let us know how much points they have, so I have to actually tap it to get it. And they're about to walk in with 70% of the bonus, 100% DB, 3 sets of pills, and 59% health bonus. Last-ditch effort coming in right now from Hokori, K3.
Yeah, this is really strong. 463 points here right now on the line from this last hit. Really good setup. The SI are going to go in here. Charger isn't going to land. Gets the stumble, though, which will set up a Hunter and Spit combination that will go down onto LS, who will take a bit more damage, down to 444 health bonus. But that is a solid take for the Survivor team, I think.
Yes, it was not bad. If I look at which team put up more points on the first map, I believe Hokori did a little bit more than that. We're going to continue. Hokori now goes on their away game, just waiting for a few more ready-ups.
You would almost never believe that 4.5 chapters have already gone by at this point before this massive break.
Kind
A lesson to all you aspiring casters out there: if you're ever asked to do home and away, clear your evening. Don't have anything else booked.
And here we go live. K3 is now Hokori's turn to go with their Survivor side. They have a couple, almost a 2,000 point lead without going with their Survivor side yet. So we'll see what they do. Opening attack will be Boomer, Hunter, Charger, and the Smoker.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think slightly worse than having the spit hit on that we had on the opposite side. Reminder, because of the service switch, we do have a different opening setup, and the Charger is going to look for a death charge, and they didn't get the angle right, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway because the Hunter took the potential target. So if they were trying to land a death charge there, they weren't quite setting it up properly. And sync with the ZZZs in chat to remind us.
And they're going to push forward, get this tag up. They got a couple points, 75 so far. 225 more to be had as far as distance. Tank is up in the hands of Little Bear, because that's the translation of what that says.
Little Bear, let's show us what you got. We do have a Jockey Pre-spawn on top of the roof there. The Charger's going to rocket in, is going to land, not going to get the slam, but that's a great cover hunt. And the cover Jock landing on top of that. Tank is not in position to be able to go and get the card, but that was really good bonus damage there on to Team Hokori from kind of a weird rolling track gap little moment there.
It is Fev, by the way. It's F-E-V. That's actually his tag name that he goes by, but the translation says Little Bear, so Fev is his name. I don't know if it's supposed to be Fiv or Fev, but F-E-V. Boomer goes in. Oh, this is big, K3!
That's a commit.
This is huge. This is not going to be good.
For the Horde.
Yep. I'll let you take this away as soon as he decides to throw it in.
Yeah, big 2-boom there landing. Tank is waiting for the Horde maybe to go in. The Horde's taking its time, climbing over this fence to get a trickle, and Tank will decide to go in now. That is good timing because the rest of the second spawn will be coming up. The 2-cap is looking to land in the back. Cover onto charge, onto Coach is maybe going to happen. The punches are going out. That is 2 doubles going out onto the Survivors. Tank still sitting at way too much HP. How is the Tank still so healthy? I don't know, but they're wiped. And it happened in an instant, MK. That trickling Horde just created such a chaotic situation. And after that 2-cap failed to land on the separated Survivors, I thought maybe that they were going to survive. But they just, like, I don't know. Like, the Tank was so healthy, he just managed to clear it up.
It was. You were right. They did not focus him. They got boomed, and they separated big times. They tried to split, and it did not work out in their favor. Hokori got wiped out. The only thing that's good for Hokori here, K3, is they choose to get wipe out on the map that's worth the least, which means they gotta make some other ones now, or they're in danger of losing this match.
I crashed, by the way.
Oh, you crashed?
I did. I'm on my way.
All right, and here we go on to the second chapter as we wait for K3's return.
K3 has returned.
There he is.
The long awaited. All right, I'm sensing some pretty fast ready ups coming so far. I think these teams, after all that we've gone through as a team, we are pretty much ready to keep going with this game. But yeah, that wipe coming out really puts Hokori slightly on the back foot in terms of momentum. Yeah, they just weren't able to focus that tank enough and get enough damage, and just the tank plus the horde altogether was just too much for them to handle. And we will be going live for the second map of this second match, or second game of the match, rather.
Corey does have to go first with their survivor. They agreed to setting the scores. I believe this will put Dizil in a little bit of advantage. Know what they have to do in the second side of everything. Little old school Left 4 Dead 1 rules back here in 2008, if you remember K3. You probably don't, but that's how it was. If you were pick survivor first, you went survivor every time, no matter what the score was.
I do remember this, actually. Vaguely.
I remember in game battles that was a very big deal.
Yeah.
They're gonna
go
in.
Two Cap landing in the front, Two Boom landing in the back as well. On top of that, the spit goes down on Rochelle. That's a ton of damage. The Smoker's still constricting Nick. That's a huge amount of damage for that first hit. Basically optimizing what you can get out of one of the worst setups in the game. So really well done by the SI of Team Dizil.
Indeed, I would just say it looks like Team Hokori is not quite used to moving around the 300 ping yet. A little slowy. Like saying we are lagging, bro. You are
we are
pinging.
lagging, says the 300 ping person. Yeah, that'll happen.
This is what away is all about, Zyko. You might be used to 180, but as soon as you hit 300, it's a different game, my friend.
I mean, Team Dizil's ping was not too different, but I mean, server quality does vary. So, 280 ping on one server can feel different to 280 ping on a different server. I will say that.
Hey, I'm reloading.
And are they gonna hold? I think they might just hold here, K3. We have a hunter in
think
the sky.
so.
I thought we had a hunter going for a DP.
Not in 2024. DPs are extinct, my friend.
Not Kryja. If you play for Kryja, their team been landing them left and right. But either way, the alley choke is here, and it looks like they're gonna.
So is the quad.
It looks like they're gonna put a hunter on the back on an Uzi player for sure. They already have him back there.
I think they wait until one or two survivors come out though here with this quad setup. I think the alleyway is just kind of lining up the SI for too many easy shotgun shutdowns. So I think maybe have one survivor commit to going forward and get this pull from the dumpster, and then have everything going after that.
Here it goes. They're not going to land anything except for the hunter and the smoker. And the hunter was cleared instantly too, K3. Not a bad take of a quad, I'd have to say, from Hokori on the sping.
Yeah, definitely. I guess, yeah, they just didn't got caught on that transition. The SI maybe just, I think all of them kind of dropped from the same side of the bridge. Maybe a couple of them came from behind, but I don't think they were expecting all the survivors to commit forward so quickly, and really nicely taken by the survivors. And they're pretty healthy moving into this next hit here.
Ooh, it's going to be a charge spit. That's it, though. 3-boom follows. Ooh, they spawn this tank kind of quick with the 3-boom just landing there. I don't think it's going to be detrimental to them, but it's a little risky. I think this tank might go in. No, he's not. I thought he was going in right away, K3.
Yeah, I don't think that's probably the play. I think you rotate here, look for a good commit path, probably get on top of this opposite roof where they are. Survivors trying to set up. They have to be careful because they are starting the horde now, and they keep moving forward, and it's going to keep getting stronger as they progress through the map. There is no boomer for this next hit, but the tank is going for a rock here. Look at it land. Great skate there going out on the 100, but that's a 2-cap landing separation in the back. So much damage, and even though the rock hasn't landed yet, that is way too much damage for the survivor team to be taking at this point.
I agree, and they're pushing forward too much. They're going to have a lot of commons coming in. This is 38% strength right now, so that's going to be not the max zombies on screen, but that's going to put about a little bit more than a dozen commons at each wave here, K3. That's a lot for an away game.
Definitely. And with this boomer coming in, looking for something sneaky on the two front survivors, maybe. And they keep progressing forward. This is not looking good. That's a 2-boom landing, and the tank is not going to be able to commit here, I don't think. The jockey's getting lots more damage, and the tank is just playing the super patient. They're bleeding. They're going to have to commit their final set of pills. And yeah, they're going to have to LOS hard right now. Force this tank in immediately. Otherwise, they're going to get wiped.
Yeah, 4Z is already backing off, just keeping Rage, trying to hitbox Rochelle over top of the fence. They're not LOSing very well right now. 10% frustration first pass, and still got one click of frustration on that first pass. It's big if they land the rock here. K3 comes in. Oh, it was so close. He misses, but it's a quad boom. And the tank still is not rolling in yet.
92% health, first pass, quad boom with 300 ping survivors and opting not to go in. I mean, the rest of your support's down. I understand that. I mean, I guess the fact that, like, the survivors are taking so much damage off of these hits. Oh, the rook just landing with no support at all. Just like, yeah, this is clearly effective. They don't need any advice from us.
What'd you say about the 25s? What were you saying about the 25s? The charge forward. And this is disastrous for Hokori. And they're not going to allow this pickup, and it looks like 4Z's going to come in and clean up Hokori here. Oh, he's going to get the pickup. No way. And he decides to decommit.
I don't know. But they were split 2-2 down this hallway. Like, they have no conceivable way of actually pushing forward. Two of the survivors in the front are permanently slow. They have another boomer coming in here who's definitely going to land this arc boom. Looking for a spawn. Here it is. And that's an easy 2-boom. Smoker's going to get that onto Nick. Tank is catching up. That's going to be 1 down onto Nick, 2 down onto Rochelle, and the last 2 survivors have no hope of finishing this off, I think. Yeah, that's going to be the corner out onto Coach, and the wipe about to be confirmed here if this jockey lands, and when this jockey lands. Oh, look at me. He does find the M2, but it doesn't matter. Prove with the Hunter in the rotation, looking to seal this up, and just tries with a melee ski. It doesn't get it. If you got the melee ski with 300 ping, I would have.
Oh, he's still alive. He's still alive.
And the tank died.
Yeah, he killed the tank. Oh, they get the distance points. They got the distance.
In the dream.
I mean, they won't go any further, but they get the distance points for the one survivor that pushed forward. But I don't know if that's going to matter, and that's going to put them down. And they're in danger of losing a lot of their point delta if Dizil will make this safe room.
Yeah, I think the thing to keep in mind here is that Hokori on their home server did not make that much bonus at all on map 2. They made, like, you know, maybe 100, less than 100 because of that 2 charge that landed at the end. So if Team Dizil makes it in to the safe room with good bonus, that will be a huge chunk of the point differential cut away.
Yeah, I think it'll be almost... Oh, we just lost Enric. Unfortunate Chinese caster just crashed. Get him back in quick. 2-2, Hunter, Smoker, Retro with the Spitter. Hunter pre-spawned up above. Smoker looks like he wants to get a pull. Boomer by the van. Spitter's up on top by the chimney. 2 survivors outside there. They got to with the spawns. Boomer comes over, gets 1. The Hunter lands. A green pink survivor. Don't get the skeet. No stumble in the spit though. Decent opening hit, but that Hunter lands clean. K3.
That's about as good as you can hope for with this type of ping differential and a really shitty 2-2 as your first set of spawns. So nicely done by the SI, but they're going to definitely need a lot more. You want as much damage as possible on 2 survivors leading into the tank fight because it's kind of do or die. You need, if your team, Hokori, you need to at least get 1 or 2 incaps, get some solid damage out.
And looks like we're going to see another alley hit for sure, K3. They're just going to be patient, wait up there. The only thing that's going to be different is they don't have the green ping this time with their SI.
Yeah, again, I think a pretty good play. Try to get as much kind of, you know, quote-unquote guaranteed damage. I mean, not that it's guaranteed at all, but it's a lot easier to land than out in the open here of this underpass bridge section of the map.
Interesting Hunter spawn. Look where he's just chilling on the AC unit.
It's a hot summer, man. I'd be chilling by the AC too.
Jockey in the back. Oh no, he's repositioning now. Hunter just showing off. Oh, not going to get any. Oh, they will. They'll get a pound spit out of that.
Yeah, I mean, like a few ticks of damage is probably worth it. I think they made the right call, but if that charger lands, then it makes a big difference. So they probably committed the go-go on the hit a little bit too quickly. Survivors, 2 survivors walking into this event with still 100 HP on Team Dizil. They're going to want to take some of this off with this next hit for sure, MK. How about you take it away?
All right, they're going to have a Boomer pre-spawn up on the overpass, up on the highway. Charger and Jockey respawning. Smoker wasn't going to pull back. And now they're just waiting for the right time to send it. Smoker's now up. Here they go. They get the pull, but it pulls the guy all the way in the front for whatever reason. Smoker's being the smoker, and that attack pretty much gets nothing. And that's just bad RNG with the smoker pulling the wrong guy there, K3.
Yeah, this many years into the game, the tongues still sometimes do what it want, you know? It's just like, you aim for a guy, it gets the last guy, and then you're like, how did it get that guy and not the guy in front of me? And it's a tale as old as time.
And here goes Patu, or Pata. Pata is how you say it. Pata's going over to get on top of the bridge, peeking at the survivors. The charger lands on the survivor's head again. And the hunter not going to get a DP this time as he chucks a rock around the corner. Ooh, that was pretty close.
Hey, turn it off! Turn it off!
The tank did manage to reposition without really taking any chip, so he's now in a decent spot, and survivors are going to push forward, and I believe they will get far enough to start the horde again if they move just a couple steps forward, 0.6% remaining. So actually, I think a good, smart play for the survivors to not progress anymore at all and risk starting the horde before the tank is able to move forward.
Now the question is, are they going to send this tank and commit, or are they going to hit the survivors and get the tank up? They're going to land a boom, but only having a jockey and a smoker right now is not going to be able to stop Ellis or Rochelle from shooting this tank, K3.
Turn off the alarm!
Yeah, and the control of this tank is slowly starting to chip away from this first pass. You have to sacrifice your sight for some chip at this point if you want to keep your first control, but he's not in a position where he can really rock. He's going to have to either opt to rotate to this front roof on top of them, or he's going to have to just commit the tank outright.
And he's peeking. Here he goes. He hits the ground. Oh, they're going to send everything here. Oh, he couldn't get around the survivor, K3. He got stuck. Oh, that's such bad luck for the tank. Oh, it's going to be nothing. Not much at all.
Now, I don't know for sure if the tank was maybe potentially trying to like not get by because he wanted to maybe guarantee the in-cap and chip away at their damage bonus, because really they need to just mitigate the health bonus of the survivors at this point. I think the real miss from the tank was the whiff punch when he had the opportunity to get a double toward the end there. They do manage to land a nice punch, but the spit actually missed and went down prematurely on the wrong spot. Nice M2 on the boomer and the shutdown going on that. So, I mean, I think the SI had overall somewhat of a game plan going for the tank play there, but it just didn't really pan out.
No, unfortunately, it's just the way it is that maybe he couldn't get around, maybe he couldn't. It looks like he was... I think he wanted to get on top of that house with the attack K3 and just try to play it a little longer, but due to the fact that he couldn't get by and couldn't get on the roof, he just had to kind of wing it, and I don't think he was prepared for that, and I think that's why the missed punches came into play, and just unfortunate circumstances for Hokori.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, wait, I guess I'm committed because the survivor is blocking my way. So, and then you kind of have to transition your game plan immediately on the spot. So, you know, he tried to get as much as he could. Veto definitely getting a few punches out there, but yeah, Team Dizil is now playing very patiently, looking to take this next quad attempt out in the open here. Team Hokori looking for some last-minute damage because they need to take this health bonus down a little bit more.
Yeah, they'll get 25 points for the pills because Prove is going to pop when they start to go forward. Prove's already at 42. He's not going to allow himself to be slow. They're going to go for the pull. The smoker tongue missed. The quad attempt comes in. They land the charge. No slam. And everything's kind of cleaned up quite nicely.
Watch out!
And there's the pills popped. And they'll get the bonus down to 705. And I don't think much more is going to be depleted from the survivors here, K3. I think they walk in
We
with
did
this.
say that last time. We did say that last time. That last minute hit, but it's gonna be even closer this time. Spitter needs to spit right now. He needs to go use the spit and delay the survivors from getting in, and he's not gonna spit. And that's just gonna be the survivors walking in. I think that's a misplay by the Spitter. Spitter should have just spat in front of the safe room door and stopped them from going in, because the rest of his SI just were not ready. If you're that Spitter in the rotation and you're the first one up and the survivors are that close to the safe room, you gotta hit that delay.
All right, so let's see. Now we're going to go into Chapter 3, and there is only an 800-point delta. Oh, man, that is not good for Hokori. If you're rooting for Dizil, you're very happy right now because they have only an 800-point delta, and that's about what you want per chapter, and they have half of that, K3.
I crashed again. Maybe the server does have something wrong. Oh, you're good? Okay, well, screw you then. I'll crash by myself.
I thought I was crashing with you.
Yeah, true that.
I didn't have my seatbelt on, so no. Sorry.
You're always welcome to crash with me.
I appreciate the offer. We're on a crash course. No pun intended.
That sounded extremely intentional.
We're rerouted. No pun intended again.
There is a chance it's my Wi-Fi because my girlfriend's having a bit of a girls' night right now, and so I'm on a wireless connection for my laptop instead of a wired connection. But I'm gonna blame the server because that's what we do. Is we blame Asian servers when we're playing on them.
All right, here we go. Hokori with only about 800. Actually, no, it's 900 points. You do the math on it because they have that 2-point delta from the yeah. I can't English today. MK's brain's going retarded mode.
I won't tell your high school teachers.
Thank you. Boomer's just gonna kind of stay above. Jockey wants to rocket in too. Smoker's gonna get pulled forward. Charger might rocket in. Here he goes. Oh, and he splits the survivors in the safe room. Gets a fist onto Rochelle, I think, and that is it.
Yeah, nicely done by the survivors in the safe room, parting like the Red Sea there to avoid that charger, and they managed to avoid disaster. And nicely done by the green survivors outside, necessarily avoiding that 2-cap.
Reloading.
Tank should be coming up here pretty soon. We'll see if they can get one more quickie in with this hunt spit before that tank spawns.
Looks like they're not eager to push this. They're gonna just send the hunter. So Ellis drops, gets pounced on. The spit was late, and it's just gonna go for a delay now.
Yeah, the hunter landed with like 1 HP left, but the spitter was not in position to capitalize on it. I guess they just gave up hope on the hunt landing. And this will be the survivors pushing forward and spawning the tank in a moment here. Second to last tank of this entire match for Team Dizil in the hands of Sync. And it looks like the survivors are playing this a little bit aggressively right now, trying to get some chip in. The Smoker's not going to find anything. That was a really risky play, but it managed to pay off there. The Smoker's just going to be dead here.
Saves that tank a lot of HP because they wanted to play that aggressive for sure. I think it's kind of worth throwing off that Smoker. He's still first pass, 80% frustration. He's got his hatchback into play. Now remember on the other side here, they drew this tank out very long and got 6 SI attacks before they had to push forward with their tank. And it was a long 6 SI attacks as well. A few rocks were included in that. And now we have the hunter pre-spawned up above. He's going to his hatchback. He punches it. Much better position than it was on the other side. And only one survivor pushes for chip. And this is a very healthy tank up on top of the bridge, K3.
Yeah, if you're this tank, I mean, they're over in the spot. You might just want to go over to your car and like start corralling them into a corner. You have the ideal setup for a tight quarters tank fight right now. Survivors are going to opt to push back out. Car is going to roll in. That's not a very good first hit, though. It is going to split the survivors 2 and 2, though. SI do have a chance to capitalize on this. They are going to try to. That will be a huge separation. Hunter Coach just completely left Rochelle. That's a big separation there. Managed to get the M2. That was a necessary M2 on the jockey there. The tank is looking for something. Does manage to get a corner out onto Zyko. That will be one down going out onto the survivors. Yaf is going to manage to get out of this without taking an in-cap. And this will be probably all that she wrote for this tank. Looking for maybe one more rock. Is going to toss it, and it will not land there onto Coach. Somehow managing to oh, he doesn't quite escape. That will be actually pretty decently taken considering the circumstances there, MK.
Yes, I do agree. I think that's a great take from Hokori. 60% of the bonus still. 2 sets of pills. The DB is open, but they just want distance. And if we flip to the other side, they wiped out in the parking lot of the other side of the hole. So that's what their goal is. They have to get by here, K3, because they're down a little bit after these first 2 games on the away server.
Yeah, I think they're with that split, they just weren't able to get the 2-cap, and Push nailed the M2 on the jockey. Just like that, jockey did not get M2. It's Stella's taking a little bit of a run through the spit there at the end, but pretty well taken there, and they're going to keep rolling through. They're in a pretty solid position to make some points back, if anything.
Yes, they only lost a couple chip points, not much, like you were saying, just a little bit. Keep going. They're about to take the house. And as far as spawns hit here, K3, I don't know. I think you wait. Sure. I think you wait on the other side of the house. Don't you agree?
Yeah, you definitely go before the hole for sure. But you want to get this quickly so that you can. Yeah, I think maybe like right as they go into the second room, like in this little like fenced in area. I think you go around there because you want to for sure have your next spawn up for the top of the ladder. Looks like they are going to head at the inside this house instead. Don't listen to my call. How about you?
I know. It looks like they want to send this as Jockey is still committed to spawning in between the survivors. Maybe Charger's going into Jockey. Lost his spawn. The Charger just M1s from the door. A little questionable, but they get some Jock in the spit.
Should have listened to K3. Always drop your spawns with the high ping on top of their heads when you can. That's what I say.
Honestly, honestly, K3, after watching that, it looked more like they just wanted the sack order right than landing the SI. I don't know if that's what they wanted. They should have a charger for the top, or they do. They don't have a spitter. I don't know if that's necessarily bad because it's an away game right now for the survivors. This is such a big hit coming up right here, K3. This is huge.
Oh, this is how it starts. They're looking for the pick on the Boomer, but he's got the angle, that little safety spot with the arc boom. And now they have to make the decision. Do we push up with a little bit of Horde, or do we keep waiting this out until that Boomer gets their boom back again? They will clear out every common. Round 2 on this attempt. Boomer's going to have his boom again in a second here. He gets boomed again. This time they're going to have to make a decision.
I think they should go up. There's no commons right now. Oh, they're on the bottom. Okay.
They got to go now, I think. They do.
That was such a big brain play by Nick. I don't know if that was intentional, but that was a great play, K3. Going up and just
you're going to have to tell me what happened.
He baited the SI won for him, and he just went right down the hole, and they jumped right over the hole and got killed by the other SI.
It was
the Charger.
Altogether, just a textbook take. Yeah, I mean, like, everything just got, like, you know, either shut down or instant cleared, and they kind of got out of that without any damage taken. And they're just rolling. They got all the way through that whole part. They haven't hit since the hole, and now since the ladder choke, and now they're all the way down at the end of the freeway here.
If they make it with this bonus, they're going to bounce back big and make this extremely close. 670 bonus right now is huge for an away game. It's over 50% of the points right now, K3.
Yeah, this would honestly be some of the most insane away survivor scoring that I've seen with this type of ping differential. Like, this is pretty crazy. And after Sego was like, we're lagging. Look at how well you're doing with that lag, my friend. They will end up eating a hunt spit here, but the Charger didn't find anything, and that's just a few ticks of damage from that hit. They should be passing some pills over to Rochelle, and they do. They're going to roll through, and they might only have one more solid hit left at this map, MK.
I agree. They even have an extra set of pills just in case Zyko needs it. It takes their bonus up an additional 30 points, back over 600, up to 628. The last spawns are coming up, and it's not going to be a quad. It is going to be a Jockey Hunter Smoker Boomer for the last hit.
Boomer's going to look for some type of cheeky arc here. Needs a big boom here during this final kind of semi-choke point coming out of this cemetery. Looking for some separation maybe on these survivors. They're holding their positioning really tight. Zyko playing position 1, trying to bait out some spawns. The Jockey is pre-spawned in the back now. They're just trying to clear out these commons. They're doing a really good job so far. Horde timer is on there. It's going to be actually a tri-boom landing, though. Really nice sneaky boom there, but the Smoker gets it. They cleared it. The skeet. Insane skeet by Patel there going out on to Dizil's Hunter. And that will just be complete shutdown of the hit, MK.
Yeah, just a little bit of common chip, but it doesn't matter. I mean, they lose the pill bonus, and they will walk into the safe room with 582 bonus, and they will put up another chapter score of an away game, 1,180. That is big, K3.
And all of a sudden, 2,000 points on the last 2 maps of Parish is like not that easy to do regardless, and so now and that's not withstanding the the survivor side for Team Hokori on map 4. So they're gonna have to make more than 2,000 points on this next 2 maps, and that's a pretty tall order. Definitely not out of the question, but they're gonna need to get at minimum that same bonus that Team Hokori just walked in with.
And I do see everybody in chat sitting here talking about that. That's not Pod 2, the second person. It is a different account, and we know about it, and Dizil knows about it as well. They've agreed to this because the other person couldn't connect, so everything is perfectly fine, but we do appreciate you bringing it up to our attention. And so just enjoy the match that's coming right now, and this is going to be a huge tank for Team Dizil right now. They have to take it well. And with the way that Hokori took it, K3, with still having over 50% of the bonus, that's a tall glass to fill for Dizil.
Definitely, you almost have to forego making that much of a comeback on this map and just be like, okay, we're gonna map 4 team. We gotta wipe them on the pool room tank, and then come back with some health bonus on the next map, because holding yourself to the standard of making this map with significantly more than 50% bonus is asking a lot, even with this type of ping differential.
And for those that are even worried about as far as a legal player or not, I mean, it is Dizil's server. They have information for everything that they would need on their side if anything was a little fishy or suspicious, so don't worry about it. Just enjoy the game. Everything else will be taken care of from the admins and everything below or above us, so we're just here to cast the game, enjoy it, and whatever happens, happens.
Chat's always looking for the drama pill.
It's alright. Circumstances happen. People can't connect to servers. It's just the way life is. Just like if you're from East Coast of America, you can't connect to China. You just can't do it. The Great Firewall doesn't allow it, and it's why there are certain games I can't cast over there because I don't pay for VPN. But let's go for a hit now. Smoker lands. Charger misses. Actually, no, he's beating the crap out of Prove right now. Oh my gosh, K3. Look at the damage.
Oh my god, there's just so many scratches there onto Prove, and yeah, I just guess there's a slow clear there on the Charger, and that's gonna be a lot of free take damage.
Reloading.
It is, and they're gonna push on. They're trying to get this tank up, but they're not gonna be able to do it without taking another set of spawns. No smoker. Tri-cap with spit coming, K3.
They're going to send this hit in right now. They're looking for the hunt, and they won't find it, but they do find the charge spit there with the assist from the Jockey. That's a pretty long get-up animation there, and that will be a decent amount of more pre-tank damage going there onto Dizil. And that was really solid as I play off the last 2 hits there from Hokori.
Yax is going to have the 7th tank of the game for his team. And now they have Green Ping. They're playing this uber aggressively. They want to make him pay for it and chip him up. And he's a little too close to that car. They're going to back off now, K3. A little too risky.
Yeah, I agree. You know, like you need to make this map with good bonus. You want to play aggressively and punish the tank for any misplays, but the potential risk reward is just not good enough when you have a perfectly viable tank fight spot behind you in the open area.
The hunters around. Don't get pounced.
Prove backs off right away. Ooh, that could have been very dangerous if that was on the other side of the fence, K3, and that bounced kind of jankly.
He does get the car in a pretty good position, though. He's starting to roll in. It looks like this is going to be a commit with the hittable, knocking it into play. And now Tank's still in a position. That's going to be a death on the smoker, and now Tank has pretty much nothing. Hunter's going to have to go in for some type of distraction right now. Tank's shipped down 25% already. MK, this is not looking good for the SI.
No, it is not. He only oh, wow, he gets a punch, though. He turn punches, what? He gets his own corner. The jockey lands, gets cleared, though. He gets his own in cap without any help. The Hunter gets skeeted. The Charger won't land. I think that might be all he gets, but he gets out with a couple hundred HP, K3, but he got all the damage by himself with no help from the SI.
Yeah, I honestly, I can't even blame Nick for getting hit by that. The arm was pretty insane. You know, and he reacted to the turn punch, but just the insane ping arms from Yaft is just was just a lot. But now Nick is in a bad position for this incap. Still first pass, they can try to play rock off this.
Yeah, they're going to. He still has a lot of frustration on the second pass. He is down to 70%. All right, Dizil chooses just to back off, but he can stare at the down guy.
The hittable?
He's gonna go for the grind. Oh, this is so risky. He doesn't have the HP for it. He's going for it, K3.
No shot.
He tried. You got to give him the respect for the effort, though. He went for it.
He would have needed to get 2 hits, which was definitely ambitious to say the least. I mean, like, I'll never talk that smack against a hittable attempts, but probably the best to maybe try for a rock off that. But yes, regardless, really well done by Yaf. Already down to 63% bonus is the Survivor team now because of that good tank play. And now they are in a position where they need to tighten up over these next 2 hits.
Oh, now they got, everything's chasing from behind. That ain't going to work, K3. They're going to have to respawn.
Let's take two. Take 2 on that hit.
Got a magnum.
But I think what's more crazy to see is right now there is only, let me see, let's do the math right now, 260-point difference in the bonus. That's it right now.
Yeah, like I said earlier, before the map started, you're kind of forgoing the idea of making that big of a comeback. You're just in like, we require making it in with at least decent bonus, but we're not going to make that many points back unless they keep shutting down hits like that. I think pretty much 0 points of damage coming out from that last hit, regardless of the huge potential with the charge spit and hunt in the house there. So they are going to push forward, and it looks like they probably won't be needing to take any more attacks before the hole.
Yeah, I think if they blitz this, I think they get this. They don't want to let the infected up on the roof here. And they spawn the boomer, but they're already in. Prove slowed down. It doesn't look like it's going to matter, though. And I think they'll be able to get out. And right now, Dizil's impressive Survivor play right here, K3. They're showing what they need to do. Oh, that Charger was ambitious.
I don't agree with that.
Ooh, that was close, K3. They only had 2 people up there. I mean, they're going for the big play, but I agree with you. I don't know about that. Now they gave him the hole for free.
The whole choke point just given up now. That's like, you know, 2 hits worth of time that they spent trying to, like, get a big play in the back. If they were the green pin team with that horde and stuff, I could see it. Now the Survivors are blitzing through, and they're going to take all this entire spot. They're forced to attack on the stairs now. That's so much of this map and its choke point potential taken away from that attempt on the death pole.
Yes, it was. Now the only thing is they will have 2 sets of pills. The charge spit. Wait, what? Did it just crap him down the ladder when he got charged? That was weird. The ladder pooped him out. And that
force pushed him.
Actually, believe it or not, K3, that actually took a lot off the bonus because it was DB. They were at 844 down to 773. They do find an extra set of pills, so back up to 803. They'll have 1 more set in the graveyard too, so that's another additional 30 points. So they'll be at 833 as soon as they go around this next corner.
Yeah, at this point, there's only going to be really 1 solid hit left. They're gonna have the option to kind of choose where they want to hit with this at this
They
point.
skipped them. They ran right by the pills.
Oh man, they're in press W mode. They're not really paying attention to the minute details. They know that there's only one hit left, and they want to shut it down. They want to preserve this health bonus so badly. They're just pushing. They're gonna go through, and this charge is gonna spawn up in the back. It's gonna look for something. It's not gonna find it. So it's gonna go down on nothing. Jockey gets shut down, and looks like their decision to push will pretty much pay off. But hopefully that pill miss does not bite them in the butt in the future.
Nope, they will make safe room and they'll win the round by 200 bonus, so that will take Hokori's point delta and lower it from 800 to about a little bit more than 600 K3 with one chapter left, and it's anybody's game with an early tank coming up here at 40%.
Yeah, looking like, what, 703 point differential between these two teams. And that forces Team Dizil to need to make safe room with at least a bit of bonus. I'm guessing, what, like 40% tank spawn? That would be like 200 and something points of distance. So it meant I crashed again. I'm so happy I'm not playing this match, man.
I know you'd be loading up every time.
Yeah.
But all right. That tank to 40%. They probably have already called the vote because we can't see it.
The server is full.
Hold on. Okay, we got it. You can come in.
All right, I am loading up.
There we go. All right, tank is going to be at 40%. We have no ready up yet.
I crashed again. Just start the game.
Jeez, you're still on your laptop? That same laptop?
I am.
That is
not the same one.
Okay, I was about to say it's been
Different
a long
one.
time. Oh no, I think someone took your spot. Or are you already joining?
Someone took the spot. Just tell them I don't want to hold up the game. You just tell them to ready up, and they are. I'm watching the stream. All right, I'm going up to the analysis room to watch the stream. Everyone, they get some retrospective casting for me. Take it away, MK.
All right, opening hit will be Boomer, Spitter, Hunter, Smoker. And they're going to get a hit. Not much will come of it. And it looks like he's not going to leave.
Reloading.
Analysis from the call room up top upstairs, saying that was a pretty good take from the survivors on that hit.
Wow.
Reloading.
And here we're gonna go. It's gonna be the Charger, Smoker, Jockey, and Hunter. All right, now you got the spot. Come in. You're good.
All right, I'm in.
And he is banned forever.
Hey.
Goodbye. They're gonna land the pole in the back. Don't worry, when I put that in the VOD, I'll edit that out. We won't be showing that when I post
You
that
should
to
just limit the
YouTube.
slots. I can't connect to the server anymore.
Grab the shotgun.
I keep crashing every time.
That's unfortunate. Someone already took the spot anyways.
Oh my god. It's gonna be the same person. New account already.
This what I have to do.
I mean, you could just gag the chat, but here is the final tank of the game in the hands of Prove. I know he's trying to join. It won't let him anymore because he got banned. It's alright. We got his Steam ID. Oh, look at the boomer. The AI boomer just moved the dumpster out of the way. What the heck was that? He got it in. It's in. Oh, they got to retreat again. The tank commits. He cuts him off. He misses the punch. They make it outside. This is huge. Oh, he's chasing Hokori down the street. He is not taking a lot of damage. He's down to 4,300 HP. He's got to the cars. He punches Nick forward. He punches Nick again. There's no body block. He punches Nick again. The charger misses. The jockey and the hunter land, but they're able to get the clear. It's not going to be a wipe. Hokori will survive.
Help!
And he lands the rock. But more important, they're going to get the distance. They get the pickups. They have a survivor split right now, but he has no support to do anything. It's not looking good for Dizil right now. And the survivors choose to back off. They don't go inside. They can't because there's a hittable. He is still first pass. Drops down to second pass. Looks like he wants to drop in. He does drop. The boomer goes in. And he gets a double boom. But no, only one. What? The rock lands. And he's going to go in. Charger lands. The rock is unsuccessful. Hunter lands, and they're going to kill off the tank and survive. And go ahead and keep messing with the game. You'll get banned so fast. Go for it. Bring it on. There's way too many people in the community together to let you get away with it. And if you keep pushing it, just so you are aware of, if you do troll RBT7 and it is caught on stream, you will get banned on center. So you can't play center games either. So just keep that in mind.
I just feel bad that my consistent crashes and the lack of slot limitation is this guy comes.
It's okay, let him. We already know who he is. I mean, he's just gonna get himself banned from center, ban himself from Cena Pug, so he can't play anymore. I mean, just go ahead. I mean, if you have nothing better going on in your life than that, then go for it. It's just really entertaining.
And chat seems to like it.
Yeah, they love it, so it's going great.
I think Hokori is liking the fact that they survived this tank. That's a really big deal for them.
Oh, they got a jock up top, K3, and it's a wipe. Oh my gosh, K3, that was a quad. That was a quad. Actually, you know what? I got an idea, K3. Here, go to chat, Discord. I'll stream share.
Oh, you're gonna. Oh, yes.
Sorry for the sound going off here, guys, but I got to get this up for K3 so we can get some casting going on. 2 incaps go out.
That's not a wipe.
It was so close. They had a tri-cap with the jock up top, and he cleared the jock while he got charged. It was such a clutch play.
Let's kill all the zombies.
Yeah, I did see the tri-cap on the stream. It was super close there. It almost got the wipe there at the end. They're just limping through any last distance, and any points makes a big difference for these guys this way. A huge DP there going out is going to get an instant incap there onto Zyko. Are going to get the pickup. That will be Zyko black and white. Shockwave also black and white. Trying to get any type of distance left. Already forcing this Dizil to get at least 300 or 400 extra points on top of the already huge differential for going in for this map.
I think they leave whoever gets pulled back here. There goes the pole, there goes the jock. Oh, it's going to be a wipe.
Everyone.
Everybody. One survivor's dead. Yeah, they just got to go and get what they
you
can
gotta
now.
go. That's going to be Celis and Zyko trying to move forward for some extra distance. They're both booms. Horde's all going to be on them in a second here. Smoker Jockey looking for the 2-cap. That is going to be the 2-cap landing. And that will be the wipe going out. 421 points of distance. So nicely done by the SI. Taking what could have been a big chapter for Team Hokori again on Survivor. Managing to kill them at the event. That's going to leave them with a differential of 1,124 points going into this final half of a round. That means that they need, what, like 400 points of distance, or 400 points of bonus on top of the distance points.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty wild. We'll just say they have 6,100. Well, that 30 points might come into play, K3.
It might. I've seen it happen.
That 30-point pill that they skipped, I don't know if it's going to matter, but we'll have to see.
Do you see a bad 2-2 hit Smoker Boomer Hunter Spitter for this first attack of the final half of a round here? Boomer's going to go down, not going to land on anything. Hunter's looking for something, gets shut down. Smoker has nothing. The stumble on Coach in the spit, actually, and he runs through some for some extra damage. Proves that I did not take enough damage from that stumble and spit. That's going to be 35 points of damage onto him.
That's a lot, K3, for the circumstances of this match. That is big right now. And they're going to have a quad attempt coming up here. I don't even think they want to land it. They just got to get consistent damage. If they get like 7 points every hit, then mathematics will work out in their favor. And now they slow down to clear out the commons, and I'll let you take this quad away as soon as they take it in, K3.
I mean, I'm sure they want to land. They're gonna try for it here. The Charger is gonna go and is not gonna land, but it was so close. Hunter did get the separation in the back. The Jockey got a few points of ticks on Rochelle in the front. Smoker wasn't able to get the cover though. They did, even if they got that 2-cap in the back, it would have been decent damage. But what they did do is they managed to get everyone off of 5 punch, which could be pretty big for a Bull Room tank.
And they are in. I mean, the tank is in. This will be the final tank of this whole tournament match in the hands of Shockwave. And there has never been a bigger tank coming out for his team. He needs to get some damage. He doesn't need the wipe, but they need to get the threshold under 424. They have it at 1379. He's bringing his toys in play. He wants to get that up top there and remove the survivors from the top room. Let's see if he can get it up there.
Extra car on outside, which I think is a smart play, because if he does get Project 8 Ball up there, then he will be forcing the survivors out into the alleyway where there will be an extra car waiting for them, unbeknownst to them. But so far, the stumps are not working. It's not cooperating just yet, and he's on his second pass. He's going to have maybe like 3 more good hits on this left, or until he's going to actually gets it up. Last one's full chance. He's going to have to get this in right away, or else he's going to go AI. And he is going to abandon it.
And he is in with his commit. He gets his first punch at 2,500. He takes the Jockey guy. The Charger's dead. He's already alone. And I think that's all he's going to get. Maybe a rock? Nope, that's a dead tank.
That is well done there by Dizil. And I'm pretty sure the tank, where the Jockey jumped into the tank punch and got killed off by the tank. And that is essentially no support for the SI there. Everything getting shut down, and that's just one in-cap. They're now sitting at a lot of bonus. 1,142. They can afford to lose 700 more points of bonus, and they'll still win this game.
Never been through so many back alleys in my life.
Smoker's got a pre-spawn. They only have a 2-2. The 2 cappers are the Hunter and the Smoker. And looks like one survivor is going to take forward. The Hunter's going to pre-spawn. They might hold S here. They get a pull forward. The Hunter didn't go. Interesting. And the Spitter gets picked. And now they're going to have a tri-cap with a Spitter, I think? No.
Yeah.
Boomer.
But they're not going to be able to attack on this choke. They're going to run through, and they're going to be able to start this event right away. They're skipping the ammo. They're skipping everything. They're going right down. They're going to get this event going. And they're running out of attacks, okay? They need to take down 700 more points of bonus, and they don't have that many more opportunities to do it.
No, they don't. They're running out for sure, and as soon as this event started, they'll send these spawns in. They can't send it now because nothing's going to happen. If they do, there's no regular infected to help. So I think they're going to start it, and then Ellis is going to stay below them and just sit there by the table.
Yeah, it's going to force the SIs to make a play.
Yeah, they're going to make them go in and hit them on their terms. There is no stair hit. Oh my gosh. Look at that 2-cap. To prove the spitter made a mistake, though, K3, I think. The spitter should have spit and scratched the guy who was pulled the whole time. Didn't have to go over there.
Definitely understandable to immediately try to follow your charge wherever you go. Wasn't expecting such a strong separation pull to go out. And thank goodness Prue was on the roof there to clear it, because otherwise it could have been way more. And they're going to get to move through this choke point of the event. Boomer's looking for something in the back. It's too late, though. He's going to whip, and Survivors are just going to start pushing, I think. I think they know that the spitter isn't up.
Yeah, they're just taking this. Oh, that charger got melted, K3. They're going to kill the Boomer off at the end here. Drop him in. He lands on someone's head. It's going to be a... Nope, no proc... Yep, proxy. And I think this is going to be the last big hit they get. If they don't do a significant amount here, I think Dizil solidifies the comeback, K3.
They need to take, what, 400 more points of bonus off on this last hit? They do have a charge spit, so this is a decent setup to do it, but they do have the smoker. That's not what you want to see. Charger Hunter spitter is a good possibility. Oh, that Charger's just going to whip. Hunter gets speeded, and MK, we were talking about how useless the final map 4 hit is, and there's no way at this point. I'm pretty sure that Dizil's going to wrap this up here.
That is going to be it. It looks like Dizil solidifies the comeback against Hokori in one of the greatest matches that we've seen. A little prolonged, but what a match it has been, K3.
It's been an absolute wild ride. They are going to try to get something in here. Hunter gets skeeted, Boomer gets popped, Jockey gets nothing. Charger's going to roll in here, finds nothing as well. And what a ride. There's been some ups and downs and lots of stagnation, but it will be Team Dizil walking into the safe room with a massive health bonus there of over 800, sealing the game in their favor. Nicely done by them.